Hello, I'm Christopher Harrison. I'm the founder of AntiGravity and the inventor of the AntiGravity Hammock and the AntiGravity techniques. And I am here to teach you today an anti-gravity aerial yoga beginning class. I'm going to teach it super slow, and I'm going to be very, very specific so that you are going to be capable of doing a zero compression inversion, and you'll be rewarded at the end with a lovely cocoon meditation. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to assume that your anti-gravity hammock is already measured incorrectly and that you don't have any jewelry on that could rip it and that you're properly hydrated. And I'm going to go ahead and start us with a meditation. We'll just do a short meditation, a simple one, but the objective is to make sure that we can quiet all the voices from outside and from whatever you had happening already in your day and all the voices inside your head, and that we can reconnect our body and mind efficiently in this class, because that's what we're going to do today. We're going to reconnect our body and our minds. We're going to start with a meditation. So grab your front edge of your anti-gravity hammock. There's 9 feet of fabric. You want to see that it is not folded over here, but it's all the way open. Grab the front edge and just shake it back and forth and dance a little bit with your anti-gravity hammock, and notice the beauty of the movement. You know, we're only as young as our spine is flexible and our mind is open, and we're going to be opening up our spine and our body and our mind today. We're going to start right here. Our thumbs come inside of our anti-gravity hammock, and they create a little shelf for yourself. Notice the tension here. I'm going to reach with my fingers as far back as I can and grab one fistful. Then I'm going to release my thumbs and do the same thing from the top side. And we're going to do that 6 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fistfuls. That should take us 1/3 into the hammock, so we're sitting in the middle. You're going to walk back to your plumb line and bring your feet right between the 2 points. Make sure your elbows are on the inside of your anti-gravity hammock. Your thumbs are on the inside. Your knuckles are on the outside. Push yourself down so the hammock is right there underneath your bottom. And lift your chest so that it's nice and tight. And then in one move, we're going to pull it all the way to our knees. Start by lifting one knee to create a little shelf for yourself. And then in one move, pull it all the way. Did you get it all the way? Get it all the way to the knees. Excellent. Okay. Reach your arms around, grab the back edge, and give a little tug adjust to make sure you're sitting right smack in the center and there's no folds in between. And enjoy this feeling of being up in the air. Here we go. Grab onto both sides of one side of your hammock. Slide the hands down to their shoulder height. Push them away and lock out one arm. We're going to do a kick switch. We're going to kick one leg up and over, and we're going to take it over to the other side. All right, that part doesn't have to be pretty. Don't worry about it. Just get the foot over. Then take all the extra fabric and press it to your knees so that you're evenly spread. There should be an even amount of fabric on either side. And then we're going to give a little tug adjust just to straighten our spine all the way out. And enjoy this feeling of being suspended, of not having to be down on the earth for just a moment in time. We're going to come into a lovely meditation here, and we're going to start with 3 giant balloon breaths, filling up first our abdomen, and then our lower lungs, and then our upper lungs. And we're going to hold that breath, and then we'll take it back out. Do with the breathing through your nose. All right, here we go. You're sitting up all the way straight. Allow your hands to relax. If you'd like, you can come into mudra fingers. Make sure their knees are wide. Make sure the palms are facing up. Make sure the back of your neck feels long. And make sure that your spine is as straight as can be. If not, do another little tug adjust to make sure it's all the way straight. Go ahead and close your eyes and inhale through your nose a giant breath. When your lungs are all the way full, take in a little bit more. I need them all the way full. Come on, a little bit more. Come on. There you go. Hold it there. Exhale through the nose. Send the air all the way out and empty your lungs all the way out. Inhale again. Filling up first the lower belly, then the lower lungs, then the upper lungs. In through your nose. A little more. And exhale the air all the way out. All the way. Inhaling again. Last time. Let a little smile get on your face while you're doing this. And enjoy the process of cleansing the body. Hold on to it there. This time, as you let it go, I want you to let go of all of your tension with this exhale, and you can do it with a little sigh. Here we go. Go back to normal breathing now, but feel that lung expanding and contracting, and see if you can actually tune into your breath right here. When you focus your mind's eye on just your breath, you bring yourself into the present moment. The present moment is where life happens, and that's where we want to be for this class. It's also the safest place to have us, in the present moment. So bring yourself to right here, right now, using the focus of your mind on your breath. Whatever thoughts are sneaking in, send them away. Say, not right now. We're going to just be quiet. When you relax the body and you relax the mind, you remember the essence of who you really are. All right, take note of this feeling of Zen. And we're going to come back to it when we do our inversions. Slowly open your eyes, bring your knees back together, grab onto the hammock in front of you, press it away. This time the back leg comes up and over, so give it a big kick, reach around, tug, adjust. That will get easier, I promise. And sit yourself right in the center. All right, make sure you're all the way in the center, and then just take a little break here, and we're going to lean forward and have a little chat, because what I'm about to do for you is I'm going to teach you a zero compression inversion. And I came up with this when my body was just riddled in pain, and I was having lots of challenges as an aging acrobat. And it really revived my entire way of being and made me younger. And I want to do that same thing for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to literally wrap, lock, and invert. And you'll be locked in so safe you don't have to worry about coming out. But I do want you to follow my directions. So if you need to forward through and come back, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to give you very clear directions to take you into our SPIDERMAN inversion. All right? You're going to start by reaching up nice and high and grabbing onto either side of your anti-gravity hammock in a basic grip. Lower your shoulders down and lift up your knees to free the front edge. Okay, this is all about front edge, back edge adjustment. So I've freed the front edge for my legs. I'm going to give a little tug and paddle kick to sit myself right on that front edge. Now, sit yourself all the way up and feel that deep tissue massage. What's happening right now is the hamstrings that connect right there, they're getting a deep tissue massage, but that's the tension holding you in. So we want to keep that front edge right there along those hip bones and along the seat. Sit yourself up straight so you can really feel that. That's the front edge. Next, we're going to adjust the back edge. Our hands are going to come up nice and high. The thumbs come on the back side. The fingers come on the front. We slide the hands down, and we press the hammock down nice and hard so we can hold it at our back belt line. We're going to create a fulcrum point here, right in the middle of our body. You're going to wrap your fingers around the front edge. You're going to bring your chin down to your chest. You're going to contract your spine backwards like a reverse sit-up, and you're going to extend your toes downward towards the floor. Come back up. We're going to do that a couple times. It's a great ab exercise. You want to make sure the hammock stays right here in this booty wrap position when you do it. So here we go again. Ready? Your chin is on your chest. You contract your spine into reverse sit-up. You slowly allow your toes to reach and extend long towards the floor. You should feel your abs engaged right now. Very good. We're going to lower our shoulders a little further and slide our hands up, 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 up. Now you're in a lever. Keeping your toes heavy and towards the floor, open the legs wider than the hammock and then close them again. Good. We're getting our core hard at work. Open and close. This is to keep that front edge all the way high on the leg line and not let it wrap around. Here we go. We're going to open our legs. We're going to slide our hands down, bring our toes backwards towards our ears, and notice they come on the other side. Take a little breath right here. Keep your head looking up towards your navel. Bring your feet on the other side of the hammock. This is the lock. And press the soles of the feet together. I want you to really press them. Nice. This is a Spider-Man holding, but we're going to let go. So the last thing we let go of is with our focus. So I'd like you just to slowly allow your hands to slide down. Keep your focus looking at your hands. Now place both of your hands onto your navel and trust that the hammock will hold you. It holds over 1,000 pounds. Relax your neck and then allow the backs of your hands to come onto the floor. Keep pressing those feet together. That's got us locked in. Keep pressing the knees nice and wide and opening up the hips as much as you possibly can. So you're pressing the knees wide, pressing the feet together. Do that again. Just bring them in and then press them really wide. Nice. Now relax the neck. Just shake it back and forth. Imagine that you are just like the bottom of a bell and you're ringing the bell with your head, or whatever you have to imagine in order to let yourself just completely and utterly relax, except for the feet. We're still pressing the feet together. We're still opening the knees wide. Take a big breath in. Hold on to that breath and see if you can actually feel your abs contracting and yourself up a little higher by pressing those feet together, the knees wide. Now exhale and relax everything. Allow everything to relax. The anti-gravity hammock is holding you in place, and what's happening right now is you are applying traction to your spine. We are hydrating all of the discs between the vertebrae, and that's going to make you taller. My personal guarantee. Keep breathing here. And with every exhalation, allow yourself to relax even further. Allow all the tension to drip out the top of your head and into the floor, and bring your attention to your breath. Be right here, right now, and feel the new space being created in your body. And know that as it does that, it does it also for your mind. Any kinks that might have been clogged up in there from any kind of compression, from sitting too much, all those kinks, we're releasing them right now. Keep breathing. Nice. We're going to do a little active traction exercise. Press the soles of your feet together again. No, really push them. Push them together. Nice. Send the knees wide. And now contract your abs. So I'd like you to literally push with the diaphragm and contract all of the levator ani, the lower muscles, all the way down at the base of your core. And then knit those rib cage in and hold on to this little core contraction. There you go. Hold on to that. But let the neck stay relaxed. And then exhale, release. There's passive traction. They should both feel different. Very good. Look at your navel.
Reach up and grab on to the anti-gravity hammock at the crook of your knees and look forward. Open your legs nice and wide, and we're going to reverse the process. Wide circle unlock, and then allow the hammock, the front edge, to come underneath your knees. Allow your hands to stay behind you as you lean forward, and we're going to come into floating child's pose. So we just released all of these neurotransmitters in your brain. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. And right now we're sending fresh blood back into our feet, so they're going to tingle a little bit. So go ahead and move them around. And they're saying, thank you for those fresh nutrients from that blood. Sit yourself up nice and straight. Reach up, grab onto either side, bring your toes to your nose, and as they come down, give a tug. And stand yourself up. All right, this is the important part. Let yourself lean back first. This pose is called chillax. And what we've just done is it's been like we sent a fresh river whoosh, running through your body. We sent fresh blood to the head, down to the toes. We released all kinds of happy hormones in your system. And we pulled traction on your spine. Inverted traction. So you have all the benefits of an inversion. You have all the benefits of traction. And I want you now to notice the difference. Take a step forward. Plant your feet right below you and feel the muscles of your feet pushing into the earth. Feel the arches lifting. Feel the back of your neck long. And notice right now your posture. Your chest should feel open. Your head should feel aligned over your tailbone, and all of your joints should feel perfectly stacked. This is actually the most important part of the exercise, because healing starts from within, not from an outside source. You have to first become aware. So this entire class is for the sake of creating awareness of you in your body, and that's going to help you to reconnect your body and your mind. Nice job. You should feel really proud of yourself right now. And because of that lovely inversion, I'm now going to give you a really lovely sequence. It's the anti-gravity sun salutation. Bring your feet onto your plumb line, bring the hammock up and behind your back. And we're just going to walk ourselves back a little bit until you can feel the tension coming underneath your lats. Not underneath your armpits, it stays underneath your lats. This is a back wrap. And then we're just going to walk ourselves forward and bring our feet onto our plumb line right there. And notice what it's like to be leaning back. Just notice this feeling. Okay, this particular pose, I want you to squeeze the heels together. Squeeze the buttocks. Don't squeal the buttocks. Squeeze the buttocks. And feel your core nice and knitted. And then we're going to bring our hands all the way up. And I'd like you to press your hands together. Leave your head neutral. Press the hands together. No, really, really push them. Push them together. Squeeze the butt. This pose is called mountain peak. Take an inhale here. Now bring your arms wide to a T. Bend your knees, and we're going to come into our chair pose as you exhale out. Now, for the first time in this chair pose, I'd like you to check on your alignment. Your knees should be together, your toes should be together, your ankles should be touching, your heels should be touching, and you should feel that the hammock is underneath your scapula. So it's lifting up your wings. Your lats are coming on the top side of it. It's not in your armpits. This pose is called the chair. We always exhale here. We're going to come back up now to mountain peak, inhaling. Squeeze. Exhaling, coming back down to chair. We're going to repeat that. Inhale. This time we're going to come into third eye prayer. So bring your hands in front of your third eye, send your elbows wide, and come into the chair pose below. Exhale there. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, chair. Feel the traction in your spine. Inhale, mountain peak. Squeeze. Exhale, third eye prayer. Press the hands together. Pull the elbows wide at the same time. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, relax, chair. And this time, press onto your toes, take the weight forward, trust the hammock's going to hold you, and come into a forward-leaning T. Squeeze your glutes, lift your chest, squeeze your core. I want your ankles touching, your heels touching. Forward-leaning T. This is a great core exercise, and we're going to be coming in and out of it. Here we go again. We're going to soften the knees, bring the heels down, control this motion as you come back now to backward leaning T. Squeeze the glutes, press it all together, come back up to mountain peak. All right, that is our whole sun salutation. We're going to do a few sequences now. Here we go. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, third eye prayer. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, chair. Forward leaning T. Backward leaning T. Exhale. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, third eye prayer. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, chair. Forward leaning T. Backward leaning T. Exhale. Inhale, mountain peak. Last one. Exhale, third eye prayer. Inhale, mountain peak. Exhale, chair. Forward leaning T. Stop right there. We're going to walk this out a little bit and stretch out your calves as we're finishing this exercise. Here we go, coming all the way back. This time, bring your hands up nice and high. Give it a little tug. Stand yourself back up. And again, come into that awareness. Notice the difference. What we just did is we pulled traction on our spine, and also we synchronized our breath with our movement. So you should feel a connectedness to yourselves that you might not have felt before this class started. All right? But now I want to take us into a little bit of fun, because one of the things about anti-gravity is that you're swinging, you're playing. It's like a lovely playground that we get to have inside. So we're going to go ahead and swing and have some fun. And I'm going to take you in through a back mount, through the back side. So bring the hammock in front of you, swing it back and forth. And when it's all the way out, trap it with one foot. Yeah? Nice. Hang on tight with your hands. Press down with one foot and bring your other knee up and over and sit yourself down. Now, bring the hammock to underneath the sit bones and on the side of the thigh bones. There should be 4 connection points in your hip girdle. 1, 2, 3, 4 on bony tuberosities, right? Feel the sit bones and the thigh bones touching. We're doing a deep tissue massage again for that ischial tuberosity down here where the hamstrings attach. Enjoy it and know that the discomfort does go away. I also have my feet touching. So hopefully your hammock is measured correctly so that your feet are touching and we've got these 4 attachment points. Take a few steps back. Hold that right there. We're going to do a little bit more work for our deep core here. So squeezing the knees together, squeezing the ankles together, pressing in. I'd like for you to consider lifting up the hammock that is your pelvic floor, pressing down on the dome, the diaphragm, and we're going to be knitting in here with our rib cage. And I'd like you to feel an active, like, core contraction going on right there. Now, if you lean back a little bit, you're going to find that it shifts it a little bit, right? And suddenly you're going to be getting a different part of your rectus abdominis muscles and sit yourself back up. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, sit back up. Inhale. Feel that really knitted. I want it knitted all the way from your rectus abdominis all the way down, from the pubic bone up to the sternum. Hold it and sit back up. Nice. Take a step forward. Do 3 more there. We sit back. We sit up. When you're doing this, if you feel that entire core contract, you're doing basically standing sit-ups, but what they're doing is they're knitting the most important muscles of your body, which are your anti-gravity muscles, which, believe it or not, is a real term. It's the muscles that hold your deep core in, that hold all of your organs inside. Those are called anti-gravity muscles. You can look it up. So that's what we're working on right now. And now we're going to work on it with motion. So walk yourself back to back tension. And on the count of 3, swing forward, swing back, and stop. 1, 2, 3. We swing forward, stop on the back swing. Stop, 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 stop. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. We swing forward, we swing back, we stop. Very good. Take the hands away. Press the elbows in and find tension with your elbows. 1, 2, 3. Swing forward, swing back, stop. 1, 2, 3. Swing forward, swing back, stop. You feel your core engaged? Good. Take the hands away. No touching. 1, 2, 3. Swing forward, swing back. Keep swinging. Kick on the front, pull on the back. Kick at the apex of the back swing, pull on the apex of the front swing. Kick and pull. And see if you can get a little bit of swing going on here. Nice. Now, you should really feel your core getting a good workout. On the back swing, we're going to give it a little test. I want you on the back swing, only the back swing, to make a wing and then come back in. On the wing, on the back swing, only on the back swing, make a wing. Nice. There you go. Believe it or not, this exercise is one of the most important exercises you can do because as we age, our proprioceptors get more dull. The proprioceptors are the sensory receptors in your body that tell you where you are in time and space. Let's go ahead and flex our feet on the back, point our feet on the front, and then clap on the back side and clap on the front side. The back side on the back of the swing, the front side on the front of the swing. There you go. Clap, clap. There's a purpose for this because we're going to do a dismount, a circus dismount. So on the back swing, bring your hands behind. On the front swing, send the arms all the way forward and dismount on the front and finish with a lovely bow. Nicely done, nicely done. Yeah, it's important to swing every single day. It's what keeps you agile and is what's going to keep you from falling as you age. It's going to make sure that you always are aware of all of the space around you because swinging is what does that. And we forget to as we get older. I don't know why, but you get to do it here on your anti-gravity hammock. All right. The next sequence that I'm going to teach you is a really important sequence, and I'll tell you why. Because when you sit all day, you compress the spine and you compress it into the hip girdle. And right inside of your hip girdle, you wind up with a lot of tension, especially here on your hip flexors. And what happens when your hip flexors get tight is it also pulls you into lordosis. Okay, so we don't want that. So we're going to do a deep tissue massage right there on your hip flexors, all right? And your hip flexors are right there where your hip crease is, where you bend. So in order for this to be effective, you have to have the hammock right there in that hip crease. It can't be too high. It does not work that way. Now, if you are a first-timer, I'm going to tell you that this deep tissue massage may make you smile a little bit. And so if you need to, you can put a towel over this or a sweatshirt or put a little pillow inside like a burrito, and you can have a pad at first, okay? I won't tell anybody. But here's how we do it. We place our hands into a push grip, and we're going to push down and come up onto our toes. Let's do that again. Make sure you're right on your plumb line when you do it, and make sure your hands are on the outside of your hips. Otherwise, you'll squish your thumbs. Push down, lift up through the chest, and feel your chest lifting up and over it. Nice. Come back down. Let's do it again. I want it as far down your legs as you can make it. Take one slight step forward. Do it again. Press it down. Very good. Now walk yourself forward, holding it in that position, and do not let it come out of that hip flexor. And when you're all the way forward, take 2 more steps. There you go. Now, lean yourself forward, and if you feel like your feet are going to come out, step forward even more. You should be as far forward as you possibly can be. Squeeze the heels together, squeeze the knees together. Lean yourself forward and release your thumbs. There we go. Your arms should be in a T. Your heels should be squeezing together. Your legs should be squeezing together. You should feel your spine lifting up nice and long, but most importantly, you should feel that the anti-gravity hammock is at full tension, holding you up by your hip bones. We're strengthening our back just by holding this position, and we're going to do a little bit more here. So reach your fingertips down to the floor, and then open them wide, wide, wide. Again, do not let the hammock slide. Let's do that again. Reach your fingertips down to the floor. Can you do this with your breath? And inhale here. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale, pull the elbows this time. Now the wrists. Now the fingertips. Oh, look at that. We got a wing. Down. Inhale. Exhale. These are called wings, and the objective is to strengthen the back and also, again, synchronize your breath with your movement. Beautiful. Hold right there. Give me some lovely flutters right here. And feel your back muscles at work. Feel your scapula squeezing together, your elbows lifting, and your hands nice and relaxed. Very good. Gives you a great appreciation for birds, right? Reach your fingertips down to the floor as far as you can and get your fingertips to touch. If you have to take a step back, take a step back. But get your fingertips to touch and pull forward like a dog pulling on a leash, as if someone's grabbed you by your ears and is pulling you forward. We are stretching right now your spine away from the hip girdle. You should feel this all the way through the body. Can you breathe right there? Really breathe. Pull forward even more. This is an active traction pose that you're having to make yourself do by pulling on the floor with your head. On your next exhale, come into a full down dog. Hands flat, feet flat. And you might have to walk a little bit further back. That's okay. And from this pose, I'd like you just to shift the weight to the right and then to the left, back and forth a few times. Just wagging your tail in your downward dog pose. And notice how that gives a little bit of deep tissue massage to our hip flexors. So if this is enough, you can stay right there and then come back out. But if you'd like to go further, we've got more loveliness within this sequence. Come to the center. Walk yourself back or slide back, but bring your belly button over the plumb line and make a teepee. Keeping your arms all the way straight, your hands pressing into the ground, your toes reaching long, and feel how the anti-gravity hammock is lifting you up while gravity is pushing you down. This is our teepee. I'm going to bring you into flying dog. Leave your knees where they are. Bend up your right heel and touch your butt. Bring up the left heel, touch your butt. Keep the knees a little closer now to the chest and press further into the armpits, coming into flying dog. Feel the anti-gravity hammock coming into your hip crease, giving you a deep tissue massage, and keep pressing away as much as you can with your hands. Keep pressing the shoulders down. Arms are straight, knees are together, feet are touching. Breathe right here. Again, we're pulling the head of the femur slightly out of the acetabulum inside your hip socket. That's that little, like inside of a bowl groove. And that inside of the acetabulum is this soft tissue. And right now we're hydrating it with synovial fluid. Allow your right knee to come towards your right elbow and reach it as far as you can, and then release it and do the same thing on the other side, and then release it and go a little further and a little further, and we're just wagging our tail. Now what's happening here is we're stretching the whole side body. Feel it go all the way from your hip up the side of your body and to the palms of your hands as you're pushing away on either side. Breathe into this, and remember that when we open up space in the body, we open up space in the mind. Nice. Come back to center. And we're going to go a little bit further into this sequence. So if this is enough for you, bring your toes back down, walk yourself out. But if you'd like to go further into this sequence, we've got more loveliness for your hip girdle. Keep your feet together. Open your knees wider than the hammock.
Press the soles of the feet together, pull the knees back so that your knees are as wide as they can be, and then open the legs into a straddle and bring the feet back behind the anti-gravity hammock and wrap the toes behind the anti-gravity hammock. Beautiful. From here, you're still pressing long through the arms, and I do not want you to change your hand position. So look up, forward, bring the shoulders up and over the wrists, and see if you can just tug your head forward as best as you possibly can, like we were doing earlier. Remember on the TAUT dog? That dog on a leash pose? Now we're doing the same thing in this pose called the wheelbarrow. Pull yourself forward, rock that wheelbarrow. Deep tissue massage. And know that, again, what's happening is we're distracting the head of the femur from the hip socket and hydrating that soft tissue. This is also creating some space in the lumbar spine, right where it connects with your sacrum. And it's even getting a little bit of the sacroiliac joint. Here we go. Coming back to wishbone. Go ahead and press down through the hammock and come back to wishbone, and then come back up into wheelbarrow. Press down into wishbone. You can touch the toes if you like or keep them wrapped, it doesn't matter. And then come back into wheelbarrow. Do this 2 more times, this time with your breath. Exhale, wishbone. Inhale, wheelbarrow. Exhale, wishbone. Inhale, wheelbarrow. One more time. Exhale, wishbone. Make sure your toes are touching. Now bring the knees together. Sneak your thighs towards your abdomen and come back into flying dog. Reach the toes down to the floor, coming back through teepee. Walk yourself forward, coming through down dog, coming all the way up to taut dog, dog on a leash. And when you're all the way forward, walk forward even more, please, all the way forward. There you go. Then we're going to bring our arms up by our sides. We're going to look straight forward into a right angle. We're going to pull our elbows forward, place our thumbs on the inside of the hammock, slide the hands up, and hold this pose called the giraffe as you're recovering. Giraffes have long necks. See if you can get your hands a little bit higher, because I have a very special treat for you. In anti-gravity, we get to experiment with 3-dimensional movement, moving our bodies through space in ways that we don't ordinarily, and this is one way that we get to do that. The pose is called the swoosh, and it should look like swooshing through the air. It is actually an exercise for your glutes and your legs. I'd like you to squeeze the glutes and send the feet up towards the ceiling as we do this. On the count of 3, you'll lift your feet and squeeze your glutes. 1, 2, 3. Swoosh. There we go. Squeeze the legs together. Allow your chest to come up and down. We're going to do 5 big old swings here. Here's the 4th one. On the next forward swing. On the forward swing, bring your feet down. Bring the hammock behind your back. Come into back lean. And chillax right there. Bring your hands around the front side and just go ahead and pound your hips right there, because we just did a deep tissue massage. And notice the difference in your body. Stand yourself up. Walk yourself forward for a second. And let's do one more of these checks. Can you feel the difference? This is a practice of awareness. Your job is to go inside and feel the difference that's just happened in your hip girdle. It's happening in your spine. It's happening through all of the systems of your body. They're refreshed. Your job is to feel the difference and know what it is. And because you were so successful, you now get to have the lovely treat of one of my favorite anti-gravity signature moves.
the cocoon. And in this cocoon, I want you to remember that we are here to have a transformation, to bring your mind and body back together and to send you back out into the world happier. Grab the very front edge and healthier. Shake it back and forth and a little bit taller. Send your thumbs on the inside. Set it nice and wide. You know how to do this now, okay? Because this is how we mount. Remember to make a shelf for yourself and regather with the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because we want to sit in the middle of the hammock. So hopefully you've got 6 gathers. Walk yourself back to your plumb line. Press down on the anti-gravity hammock to bring it at the top of your leg line. Lift your chest up. Lift up, make a little shelf for yourself, and in one move, pull it all the way to your knees. There we go. Get rid of any extra crinkles or anything by doing a little tug adjust. And then we're going to reach up and grab the back edge like this. Find the very back edges of it. It might be folded inside. Then just find the back edge. And once you've found it, send it nice and wide. This is our angel pose. From here, we're going to lie ourselves down and bring the hammock up and over our heads as we bring our hands together. Stick your thumbs, release and stick your thumbs on the back side. So your hands are on the outside, your thumbs are on the inside in a double thumb trap. Lift up one knee and bring your heel underneath your other knee and then push the front edge away. And then place your other knee on the inside as well. So that, your other heel on the inside. So your heels are on the inside. Your hands are on the inside, but your toes are on the outside and your fingers are on the outside, right? Now you're lying down in your cocoon and you should feel all the way even. If you're not, give a little tug adjust and be even. And we're going to do the same thing we did in Mountain Peak. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the buttocks together. Do your deep core contraction. Squeeze the hands together. Squeeze the muscles of your face. Take a giant breath in and hold it there. Hold it nice and tense. And let it go. Go ahead and allow your thumbs to release and let the hammock come to your elbows. Reach your fingertips towards the floor. Your palms are together. Close your eyes. And allow yourself just to be. Right here, right now. Take notice of the breath, the inhale, the exhale. And take notice of the connectivity that's happened between all of your synaptic connections and neural pathways going to your brain and between all the parts of your body talking. Notice how that feels. This is the process of transformation. So the pose we're in right now is called the cocoon. And the creature that comes inside it, the caterpillar, has one body that is without wings and is stuck crawling around. And then it comes inside the cocoon, where it makes its own chrysalis, really, and releases itself back out into the world and from its cocoon with a new body, with colorful wings that allow it to fly and feed on flowers. You too are having a transformation right now, your own metamorphosis. But the caterpillar knows in order to fly, first it must be willing to let go. What can you let go of and leave inside of your cocoon in order to fly?
I'm going to bring you out now, but for those of you who are watching on the television or on your computer screen or whatever screen you're on, you can stay there if you'd like. But right here, we're going to go ahead and open our eyes. Allow the hammock to come to your knees by pulling one foot out, and then slowly sit yourself up, bring your chin towards your chest, grab up onto the back edges, and let's just stop there for a moment and feel your lovely wings. You worked hard to get these wings today. Reach around the front side, pull the toes to your nose, and as they come down, give a little tug and step it forward for one last check. Notice the difference in your body. Feel the energy flowing through you. You have just recalibrated your body, mind, and spirit into one. We have a premise in anti-gravity. In life, hidden in the forces that pull us down is the energy to lift us up. We call that energy anti-gravity, and we just supercharged it for you today. So, thank you for joining me for a very basic anti-gravity aerial yoga class, and it has been my honor to teach you. I'm Christopher Harrison. I hope to see you again.